So I was just sitting here and I was thinking, what can I even talk about? If I just switch the camera on, you always got something to talk about, man. Your higher self said. And then the idea popped in my head, some of these organic portals, they're actually walking demons. I thought, alright, I haven't discussed that, have I? So, what do I mean, some of them are walking demons? Well, let's take the idea of demonic possession over a lifetime of an empty shell body organic portal. So let's take the idea of an empty shell organic portal as having a demon infection over a lifetime. So we're just talking an infection, right? Not like some little episode of demonic possession for a night time when they're drunk, or like every time they get drunk or something. But hey, let's start there with that point. What that does is it allows the thing in. It allows the demon in further to your structure, to your cellular structure. Remember, your cellular structure is amorphous. It's not, we are not metal and unmoving metal. So, it's, our cell structure is amorphous. And if you know the outside of the cell, it's phospholipids, it moves, there's keys, and, it can be energetically altered. Like if you put your feet on the ground, my cells are going to become more astringent. Grounding or earthing is the ultimate antioxidant, but it's also an astringent. That's why I said in my weight loss video method you never heard before, it just falls, look at the timing. I can hear a plane. Oh, there it is. I can't see anything. I can't see what you're seeing, but hopefully you'll see a plane. There it is. Someone hanging out of there? Looked like someone was hanging out of the side. I've got to get my camera onto it. I've got a $500 camera still from Australia that my subscribers bought me years ago. And it still works, it's just I don't dare have it at the camping because things can get stolen there. So one day we are going to bust out my $500 camera and we're going to get some really good footage of these planes and see if there's people hanging out. I've seen a channel called Michael Bayer who has gang stalking videos. It just came up on the YouTube home feed. And he had really good footage of a helicopter with like a person hanging out the side. It was just couldn't be more obvious. So we're going to get there. I've got the camera already. You don't even need to donate for that. So we're going to have a $500 camera, like Zoom. We're going to have my phone. We're going to have the spy sunglasses and unnamed spy equipment so that nobody knows that I have it because they watch my channel, like police and all that. And we're going to have the spy pen. So we're going to have some really good footage in the next few years. And we've got my balls. I don't care anymore. I'm sick of this shit. I'll get their faces. We'll get up close to them. I don't care. I'm done. I'm done playing around. We're getting serious on this. There's no way to live. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Excuse me. So, you can alter your cellular structure, and if it's astringent, because you're grounding all the time, this is why I have low body fat. I don't know if you can see my arm, I can't see it. See how I have quite low body fat there? Because I'm grounding every day and I'm working out every day. The fat just falls off you. Fat is positive charge. It's sticky. It sticks to your body. So the more you ground as you exercise, it falls off really quickly when you ground. Okay? That was that video I made, weight loss technique you never heard before. Those sorts of videos go in the Consciousness playlist. So my point is, with an astringent cellular structure and the energy and the charge at photonic state, so you got a really high charge, you're eating good salts, you might be on sea salt, Himalaya salt, whatever you're doing, you got your charge up, and you're on the layer of sun, soul, and soulless organic portals video, your photonic super state computing. The organic portals have an electronic single computational state. Neuron layer, mind or brain. We are in a sub-quantum multiple photonic computing state. And that's the state of the souled human and the spirited human. So watch that video as well. Sun, Soul, and Soulless Organic Portals. There's even Stuart Hameroff, the co-director of Consciousness Institute. He has that idea that in the microtubules is the soul. I just say that's like an imprint or a gateway. On my channel, on the About section, I've said, my channel art, my picture of me looking into the rainbow is no homo. I'm not a homo. It's looking up into the higher mind known as the Antakarana, the rainbow bridge between brain hemispheres. Both brain hemispheres active, not just a half side of the brain channel. So subscribe. Yeah. Run that for the rest of my life. He made it too easy. Anyway, so when your cells are astringent and tight, that's what astringency is. You can take astringent bitter herbs, but ground, because it's like the ultimate antioxidant and the ultimate astringent. And it cleans your body, and it makes you stronger. So, and you have that shiny quality. You really have a good aura. That shiny white quality to your aura. Because what that is the outer layer of the aura, which is the lymph system. The outer layer of the aura is the lymph. So that's that shiny quality you see on jungle men who are barefoot, or someone like me, who's a beach guy. The really shiny surfer with that white aura. That's the clear lymph system. Your lymph system is your garbage system. And organic portals, they're just clogged up. And here's my point. Not only have I said the big worm, the tapeworm is like a little archon in your stomach. It holds you in the frequency. Those pot-bellied people that have the big belly. What do you think that is? That's the worm taking over their belly. And if they don't feed that, it gives them a little shock every few hours. Shock you, and that's the archon frequency. That's the psychotronic matrix frequency, and it's a pain frequency, and it keeps you eating the meat. They have this big belly on them. So that's when they're taken over. They may as well be a slave, because they're a slave. Their mind is not free at that point when they have the big belly. The big pot belly, men or women, is the tapeworm, big worm. So the little worms, they work with the viruses and control what you eat as well. It's not so much a pain frequency, the tapeworm does that. The tapeworm actually sends out shocks little shocks. Hey, feed me or I'll shock you. So when you're astringent, you're tight. Each cell, if you please look at Google, look at whatever search engine, look up cellular structure, understand the layer of the cells as like a moving membrane. It's moving. It's not just a solid layer. And when you're astringent, there's less gaps for mucosal, mycobacteria, so fungi bacteria, the yeast, the mold, the fungus, to get into your cells and start running your cellular dynamics and interfering with your mitochondria. Mitochondria are cellular drivers of consciousness. Remember, even in the movie Star Wars, when they pick up Anakin Skywalker, Qui-Gon, he goes, he's got the highest midichlorian count we've ever seen. He's the one, right? Anakin Skywalker. Anyway, he becomes Darth Vader because it all goes wrong. Don't do that, kids. Don't do that. But my point is that over time, these people, they fold out. They're not astringent. You've got to make sure to keep astringent. Get the pump. Not only work out, but clearing your vascular system via the pump, but also this idea of grounding and keeping cellular astringency stops demonic energies grabbing onto you, stops parasites burrowing deep into your mind, your cellular, mitochondrial driving nature of consciousness, so that you can drive yourself and the parasites are not driving you. Now that brings me to my point. These organic portals are being driven by parasites. The robotic portal is when they're 50% or more gone. In the robotic portal, there is no talking to them, no habla. No hablamos. You cannot talk them into or out of anything. They're very stubborn, the robotic portal. And the idea of them being robotic portal is they're like a robot under a guidance. I have a very free mind. I'm under my own guidance and that of the universe and the higher planet mind, the logos of the planet. Now they're not. They're disconnected. They're in all these weird energies, like all these parasitical energies. And my point is, over time, it becomes a demonic possession because they get pulled into certain frequencies. For instance, I mentioned the tapeworm shocking people and, telling you to have more meat, eat something every few hours. And the point with the tapeworm is it has the psychotronic matrix archon frequency. Exactly. That's what it holds you in. Right? So don't get a pot belly. Be ripped. I don't know if you can see me. Anyway, my point is, don't let your belly get out like that. Keep your cellular structure tight, astringent, ground, barefoot. Right? Because over time, you get dragged down in frequency. Not only that, but frame rate. See my organic portal speed is not chi speed video. So you'll have a third dimensional frame rate, and you can't think. Less Wu-Ji in the crystal room, and the top Dan Gen will occur. No cosmic tinkering thinking. No cosmic exemplified thought. You'll barely be able to get chi into your stomach or your lower Dan Gen. And then there's Shen in the heart. You get Shen energy, which is auric, right? And then Wu-Ji, like Wu-Ji, what an epiphany, you see? No one ever talks about Wu-Ji force. Only people talk about Jing, Chi, and Shen. But you're going to talk about Wu-Ji. This is where it's at. This is why I have so much epiphanies. I have my whole energetic system is really good. It's tip-top, mate. I have Wu-Ji all day long. I'm in cosmic epiphanies all the time, all day. No faulting. And I can recall it because it gets saved in my cellular structure because I'm clear, crystal clear, shaman walking crystal, in fact. In the time of quantum computing crystal computers, yeah? Might not be a coincidence, or a coincidence, yes, but synchronistic as well, and meant to be. Anyway, so, when you get dragged down in these frequencies, I wouldn't know. The worst I get is angry and frustrated from these morons. Just because there's more of them doesn't mean they're correct about anything. They're fallacious, these organic portals, fallacious. So, when they get dragged down into these frequencies, you become like a jello blob, like this, just pulled apart, fungi, yeast, mold infecting your cells, and the black mold, the agaricus black molds, they can actually be very difficult to kill. They're even heat resistant. They're incredibly difficult to kill. So once the black mold gets hold in your system, I reckon you're done for. Medical science is 1,000 years behind on this. They don't know what they're doing. I've not read anything up to date on that. They're at least 100 years behind on that. Because they don't connect spirituality, consciousness with parasites and all this. They're just not there. They're going to take a long time to figure that stuff out. There'll be a long time before that is written in a handbook or a textbook. So listen carefully if you want to be up on the flow, on the Tao now. Be on the Tao now, is what I always say. So what happens to these people is, as the process of fattening occurs, which is really intercellular junk, it's just inter and intracellular junk, all this fat. It's not stored fat for energy later. That's what I have. That's that. Right? I have a little bit of good fat there. That goes in like 2 workout sessions. I do a couple of hours of workout, that's gone. That's proper carbohydrate saved there. That's good fat. But I'm talking these real fat people, they're bloated. That's over the top. Don't get me started on obesity. That's ridiculous. They're not there anymore. They take life as a joke because they took themselves as a joke. And the little worms, not the tapeworm, the little worms have taken over those people, obese people. They're full of little worms. Little worms make you silly. Wriggly, silly little worms. Big, fat, obese people have that energy. They don't take themselves seriously. They don't take life seriously. They're not doing great work. There's no focus, pocus, magnus opus. Are you kidding me? Not one case anywhere. So look, what happens is you get dragged down, not me, but you get dragged down in frequency, and there's certain thresholds, right? There has to be. I don't know exactly what they are, how many hertz or whatever, but there's certain thresholds. Once you fall below it, you're going to have to do some real work to get back above there. Get your energy back up. Get your vibration back up. Get your frame rate back up. Frame rate is how you move. I'm very quick. I have a good 5th dimensional frame rate. So what happens is they fall below these thresholds, and when you fall below these thresholds, you're susceptible. You're suddenly susceptible to whatever demons are located or can see that energy. And that's how it seems to work. You fall below a certain threshold, demon A, B, and C can suddenly see you in their realm, in their vibratory dimension or whatever you want to call it. Suddenly you become visible there. They can't even see you if you're at a certain vibratory height. So don't fall below these thresholds, okay? Ground, get, the charge up, but it's about, getting the light, like the numinous light, not the electronical, not even photonic. I'm talking the intangible higher dimensional lights, which are, vision. Get vision. Have your shushumna flowing. Your third eye is a stream. Your third eye is a sensing organ. They don't have any of that. They've lost their sensing ability. They've lost their Wu-Ji cosmic epiphany ability. There's so many things that they've lost that the medical establishment does not even talk about, because they can't connect the dots, because I'm a genius. I should be wealthy. I should be pimpin' rich. But I'm not, because the structure we have in this world is not for your benefit. The pharmaceutical industries rule this world because they keep you sick. I'm trying to make you healthy because I don't want a bunch of sick motherfuckers running around ruining my day. That's one reason I do this. I don't want a bunch of sick fucks running around all day around me. It's annoying. These organic portals, they're like one sick mind. They can't even think for themselves. I've just shown you, by simply standing on the ground, how you can think for yourself. Watch what happens after the first year of doing it. You're going to be a changed person. You're going to see everything I just told you in that year of transformation. You're going to feel transcended. So, get on the beach. Get out there in the water. Because obviously in the water you have the ORMES, ORMES, orbitally rearranged monoatomic elements. And, ORMUS is monoatomic gold. They're not the same thing, but pretty similar. It's basically the same concept. So in the water, you're in negative charge completely. After this, I'll go for a swim. So anyway, the main point of this video was the idea that you get dragged down in frequencies and you become visible to certain demonic realms and the demons therein. And what I've noticed is there's threshold points where they're completely taken over. This is what we call the robotic portal. All right, so this whole lecture was explaining in depth, pragmatically and spiritually, both, how the robotic portal is, how they exist, how they've become a robotic portal. Right, so that's what this whole lecture was about. And not just demons, but that's what's driving them. That's what they're robotic portals to. You see? They're robotic portals of demons. Okay? And this is not, some airy-fairy concept. This is real. Just start to see it in people. So some of these people, they're full-on walking demons. It's like maybe, so it's 50% or over your robotic portal if you're taken. I call them the taken. Their mind is taken. They are taken. They don't exist anymore. They're a spiritless human now. They're a robotic portal, spiritless. Another spirit is in them. You see? That's why we refer to them as spiritless humans. Because they are not there anymore, or they never were. Either or. So, some of these people then go beyond 50%, and I don't know, it's an arbitrary call. I don't know the exact percentage, maybe let's go with 80%. At 85%, they become a walking demon. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it at 85%. It's a guess, but, think for yourself. It's an arbitrary guess, the percentage. Could be 90%, could be 80%. I'm going to call it at 85%, because then I'm sure, because I've seen this in people. Oh, look, another plane. Can you see the plane? I can't see it. Anyway, another plane came over. There's definitely someone hanging out of there. I can see a black thing. Yeah, and they came, yep, look, and they've turned straight. I don't know if you can see it, but a plane just came across and now is going straight again. So when they just came across, they were looking at me. Don't worry, we're going to get the footage on my good camera soon. That's what just happened. The plane just came like that. It came like across to look at me, and now it's straightened back up again. So sorry I didn't capture that properly. I can't see against the glare. I can't even see it. So I hope I got that on camera a little bit. Anyway, so at 85%, what you get is a walking demon. They're irretrievable. They have been harvested. They're no longer a robotic portal. They're now a walking demon. This is when the reptilian appears to be in a cloak. It's not a cloak. It's a walking demon seeking, listen very carefully, seeking to gain or regain lower vibratory sensation, third, second dimensional feeling experience, you see? So at 85%, they're now a walking demon. They're not even a robotic portal. They've become the demon. I hope you can all see this. So this is the science of how one becomes a robotic portal at 50% parasitical takeover. And we're talking mentally. It's not necessarily 50% of the body weight is parasitic. It's mentally. 50% mentally gone or spiritually, mentally gone. At 85%, they become a walking demon. Now, they behave differently to the organic portal and the robotic portal. I've noticed the walking demon, they're like a walking parasite. They have serious reaction to you. Your vibration, your higher vibration, absolutely ticks them off. It absolutely irritates them. They're the walking demons, and they cannot help their action at all. They're completely unconscious at that point. They're now the demon itself. Okay, so I'm Benjamin Cowenberg, ConsciousZine.net, Obi Ben Kaunobi Jedi, Shaman Walking Crystal.